Right now, Secret Service investigators are trying to uncover just who is involved in a massive threat to New York City's telecommunications network. The agency announcing it thwarted a plot that could have blocked cell networks for millions of Americans, just as dozens of world leaders arrived for the UN General Assembly. NewsNation's Jessica Kartalija is live for us in New York. So, Jessica, what are we learning today?
Well, basically, Nichole, that system, if everything had gone through, could have jammed cell phone towers and blocked any type of emergency call that anyone in this vicinity tried to make. The timing, of course, as you mentioned, as all of these world leaders are descending upon Manhattan for the UN General Assembly, which is especially sensitive to anything that could disrupt any type of communication here. Investigators say they seized more than 300 servers, more than 100,000 SIM cards from 5 different sites, all within 35 miles of the United Nations.
This was a case that began as a protective intelligence investigation threat case. What they uncovered was a major network of telecommunications devices that can be used anonymously and encrypted. They can be used to shut down cell towers. They could be used to not allow access to EMS and 911. And we do know that nation-state threat actors or foreign governments are communicating with criminals in the United States.
This is a whole new threat in cybersecurity, according to the Secret Service, with these criminal organizations working collaboratively to try to undermine communications overall. Now, authorities do say that, fortunately, it is no longer a threat. However, they do believe, Nichole, that there may be other cells just like this in other parts of the United States.
All right, so that's certainly concerning. Jessica, how disruptive could this have been for New Yorkers and beyond?
So, Nichole, these are called SIM farms, like you'd think of a farm, right, with animals. Same idea here. So the system was capable of sending out some 30 million text messages in just a matter of 12 minutes. So imagine your phone would just be bombarded. Here's what the Secret Service has to say.
It can't be understated what this system is capable of doing. You can't use Waze, you can't use text message, you can't use your cell phone. And if you coupled that with some sort of other event, right, associated with UNGA, or, use your imagination there, they could be catastrophic to the city.
So these SIM farms were initially developed as a way to conduct low-cost international calls. Now officials say that it's being used by these fraud organizations to try and target mass audiences. So think of all of those phishing calls and the texts that many of us get. They all seem to drive us crazy when they just come to the phone. We don't know who they're from. Secret Service has been investigating the network since the spring, and that was when some U.S. officials got threatening anonymous phone calls and swatting attacks. And Nichole, investigators also seized multiple phones at these SIM farms. They also found several grams of cocaine at some of those sites as well.
All right, Jessica Kartalija, live for us there in New York. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.